You're going to see this loading screen a lot. The game really likes to show you that. Okay, and here we are. And this guy is level 22 and dead. Standing right next to me. No idea what happened there. Alright. They're very helpful with these little tips down here, and they love to explain all kinds of things to you in wonderful, girlish Japanese. It's great, but there are times where you kind of wish she'd just shut up and go away. So I'm going to go ahead and tell that to just go away and leave me alone. So here we are, fresh off the boat. I am a really weak mage. The controls are your stereotypical WASD movement. And there's quite a few people just starting out over here. Alright. Just like most other MMORPGs, you've got the people that have the exclamation points have quests for you. The people with the question marks have quests for you to turn into them. Yeah, given the guy's name at that level 22 guy, I'm pretty sure he was some sort of like Chinese gold bot or something like that, so I'm not too worried about it. Most people at least try to make pronounceable names. Yeah. Alright, first quest I took there, right off the bat you can see I've got this red arrow down at my feet, and that coincides with the red 1 I've got over here on my quest tracker. Again, kudos to the developers, they've gone out of their way to make this really easily accessible. So, I have no idea what this says I'm supposed to do, but I at least know which direction I'm supposed to go. Also, there's a big old blob on the map here, it's got a red 1 on it. With the creatures you see around here, you'll notice most of the villagers and stuff, they're yellow. That's your basic neutral color. Green guys are allies. Orange is mobs, and they're not hostile, although they kind of look like it. The red ones are hostile, and they will attack you, as will red players, because those would be enemy faction players. And from my experience, if a red player sees you, they will kill you. And here is a mining thing, which you can just run up and mine. Again, unlike a lot of other games, there's no requirement of, oh, you have to have the latest and greatest mining equipment in order to mine a deposit. There is no mining equipment. You just have the ability to do it. Same with chopping down wood, or trees to get wood, and all of that stuff. So you don't have to worry about having the tools for it. You can just do it. I'm going to resize my map here because I don't like it covering up my quest log. Alright, these little posts, you come across them from time to time, usually when you're in an area that's got a lot of one type of mob in it. They're always just kill quests, so I'll pick this up. It says Souls Read Kitsune, so this is where you play the I don't read Japanese particularly well. Let's match this up. Souls Read Kitsune. Okay, yeah, we're good. So I'll step back here. Woohoo, got 1 out of 3. Looting, you've got your F to loot everything, G to pick up one particular thing, but generally I just hit F anyways. I'll apologize if my frame rate gets a bit low at all. I am actually streaming this full high def, and it's set to pretty high settings. Are nodes shared amongst all players, or is each node individual to you? Everyone can see all the nodes. So, yes, potentially someone could see the same node that you do and run up before you and grab it. Which is annoying as heck, but generally not too much of a problem. Oh, another thing to mention is I picked up that quest, or the kill quest there. Those you don't actually have to turn in. Unlike most of the other quests where you have to go from A to B and talk to somebody or do something on the way, the kill quest, just go over, kill a bunch of stuff, and it automatically completes the quest for you once you've done enough. Another thing you'll get used to with this game is mousing over everything, because there's all kinds of stuff. Like there's a tree over here, and there's, oh, here's another tree. Hey, I can cut that one down. Because of the gathering, there's plants on the ground you can gather. You might see some mines and stuff, or ore veins that you can chop up with your pickaxe, or trees that you can either harvest or cut down for lumber. We'll run down here into town. Talk to this guy who is very interesting looking. Now, I could just be hitting F here and going down and advancing all the text and actually getting the storyline, but I wouldn't want you to have to sit here for the next, like, hour as I try to decipher this word by word, so I'm just going to hit G and we'll call it good. These guys never cease to freak me out. There's some sort of like guide shapeshifter people that just randomly change into different animals, and I don't get it at all. Okay, here we go. Turn in a quest. He gives me another one. I can get a weapon. Good time to point out, weapons and armor are not class sensitive in this. You can be any class and wear any kind of armor you want. They do come equipped with stats, of course, though, so, you know, if I wanted to pick up a broadsword and a full plate mail set as a mage, yeah, I can do that, but I probably am not going to have the largest mana pool, nor the largest amount of mana regen, just because I'm picking all of the stuff that gives me a lot more HP instead of mana. But in that, there's a lot of room for customization because, you know, maybe I want to pick, you know, a leather helmet or something like that because the steel ones look kind of stupid. I can do stuff like that and just kind of swap my gear around as I please and balance up my stats that way. Provided, of course, that you could actually read the stats, which I'm not particularly good at. Alright, anyway, right here we've got the, basically this is your home point. You come over here, you use these giant books, and those coincide with the spell right here. This is the Alt 9 by default. It's got a 30-minute cooldown, and it just teleports you back to whatever town that you set your home point in. This guy right here is the Post Owl. I'm a new character, so clearly I'm not going to have a whole lot of mail. This is some random person's house, NPC's house. Now over here, we've got these little salamander-looking guys. These guys usually serve one of two functions. If they're under a little awning like this, they're usually your bank. So I can stick a rock in my bank. Cool. If they're not underneath the awnings, then usually they are standing next to a portal, and those guys are your auctioneers. So if you wanted to access the player auctions, then that's where you'd go. Alright, he just cast something on me. I have no idea what that was. And this guy has got a quest for me that's going to give me a Nui tier, is what these are. These are one of two special currencies that are in the game. Nui tiers are good for things like ships. Later on, when you want to actually build yourself a seafaring ship, Nui tiers are usually the common currency for buying the blueprints for that. So you will need the blueprints to be able to craft it, and a whole lot of lumber and metal and sailcloth and stuff like that. But that's for another video. But there's Nui tiers, and then there's a gold coin that's got a star on it, and those are called Delphinod coins. The Nui tiers are usually given as rewards for quests or for finding exploration points. The Delphinod gold coins are usually given for doing trade runs, which, again, trade runs, that should be a whole video in and of itself. There's a lot of stuff about the trade runs. Trade run coins, the Delphinod coins, they're worth quite a bit more substantially, just because you use them for a whole heck of a lot more stuff to buy. Like if you're going to buy a house, or some of the mounts, or lots and lots and lots of stuff, you're going to want the Delphinod coins. So we'll go ahead and take this guy's quest. And this is one of the first towns you come up across here as this particular race. Each race has its own starting point. Let's see. It wants me to go this way. Alright. Right, there's arrows here. And let's see. This is saying I need to get some basically boar meat. And those are apparently boars. So, kaboom. Alright, cool. I hit level 3. This is telling me I've got one more skill point. So I can pop open the skill window and grab Ice Arrow. I like Ice Arrow. And come over here and get my boar meat. Some of these gathering quests you're able to do above and beyond what you need to for them. Usually not these early ones, but later on you'll get quests where you need to collect 5 of something, and you can undercomplete or overcomplete some quests. For example, if I was told to go get 5 boar meat and I bring back 8 of them, you can overcomplete up to 50% more than the goal. So 8 would be the maximum, because it rounds up. So I can bring back 8 meat instead of just the 5, and I will get bonus experience or bonus rewards for overdoing the quest. Likewise, I can underdo the quest. Maybe I'll bring back 3 instead of 5, and I'll get a little bit less reward for finishing that quest, but it'll still count it as being completed. Adds a little bit of versatility. You know, maybe you're in an area where there's a lot of other players that are killing the same stuff and it's a little bit harder to get a hold of it, you can just say, nah, screw this, I'm done with it, and go turn it in.